Listen. There is a story that has to be told. We who have come here today have come here for this. Listen. The day it arrived, the death ship, the woman I served, who called me friend, whose sons I would nurse. Medea. But I fear this miserable time. Terrible things breed in broken hearts, and I see in my mistress's eyes a fury that won't be calmed. She can't bear to see her sons, the products of their father, and pushes them away while she stays locked up in grief. It can't be long before her sorrow turns, as sorrow always does, into rage. I know her. She'll burn the bliss of Jason and his new wife, or else I can only whisper what I fear the most. Worse. Much worse. She'll turn a bloody house to her own family. Her own family. I ask you, who watch in darkness, can there be any ending but this? We are, all of us, trapped in this pain. There is nothing for us but this story, in this place, forever. This is no family home. This family died the day Jason left for the bed of his new wife, and my mistress, your friend, pines away, weeps herself into nothingness and cannot be consoled.
This helpless wife must not hate her husband for leaving. Fate will judge him when the time comes. Don't let her waste away begging for her death. It's an insult to the gods to ask for an end before the appointed time.
Oh, my father, my homeland, did I abandon you for this? Now you see, this is not an everyday grief. This is a raging scream of terror and hopelessness. Be warned. This is the start. The end will be terrible.
We are not here to listen to her morbid self-pity, but because there's a chance that this terrible grief can make her do something foolish. Bring her out. Tell her we have words
of commiseration for her. If she will put her anger to one side and speak calmly to us, we will gladly extend the hand of friendship.
Well, I'll go, but it won't do much good. She just snarls and glares when anyone approaches, like a lioness protecting her cubs. But her cubs are here, with me. She won't let anyone near them, but what she guards is her loss, nurturing it into fury. I wish grief could be cured by soft words, but nothing can come between this woman and her misery. But I will try and speak to her again.
Bring her out!
And he screams and curses. These are the signs of a raving mind. She comes.
He thinks he is in charge, but he'll live to regret. The moment he allowed me to stay here for a single second more, one day is not long, but in that time, I will bring destruction down on Creon, on Jason, and on his pale new wife. They'll feel the quiet touch of death before I leave Corinth. I only need to decide how. Shall I set fire to the palace? Watch them burn as they take their vows, or better still, visit them while they lie in their false wedding bed, single of sweat and sin, and turn their sheets from white to red. Too dangerous. If I was discovered, it would be my life and not theirs, which would end. There is only one way. The way women have always taken revenge. Poison. Watch them burn as they are eaten from the inside. See the liquid fire sear through their veins. And feel my revenge roaring!
How can we stay silent, knowing what is to come? This is the greatest of terrors. The very ground beneath us is disease. It boils.
My wife! I don't blame you for what has passed. Your anger was understandable. But your wisdom and your goodness in allowing me here, in letting me help you, in letting me see my beloved boys, this was grace. My sons, they are my proudest doings, and let them see you stand tall over your enemies. And I see them return to their father. And when I am king of this place, to sit here in glory, and you, Medea, you with us. Why are you crying?
I was thinking of them.
Be comforted. I'll see to it that all is well with them.
I trust you. These tears are simply a sign of a woman's weakness.
Tell me what upsets you.
When I brought them into this world, and when I think of cruelty, of life, of fate, I cannot help but weep for them. Enough of this foolishness, there was another reason I asked you here. Firstly, to apologise for my rash and hateful words, and to unite you with your sons. Second, to ask you to take our side. Speak to Creon for us. Though I know I must be banished, our boys have cursed no one, they are innocent. Let them stay. Beg the king to reconsider his verdict of exile and allow them to remain in the city with the father, with you.
You'll let them stay?
I know they'll be safe with you.
I don't know if I can persuade him.
At least ask Crusoe, your wife, to beg the king to change. To let them stay. She won't refuse. He won't refuse her.
I'm sure she'll do it.
Let me help you to persuade her. I have a wedding gift for you. So precious, so rare, that if our boys present it to her, she'll petition him on their behalf. A cloak of delicately tissued silk, given my people by the sun god. An immortal gift.
Jason sends me with your boys, and news to lift your spirits. They were received by his bride. She took their gift with her own white hands, and they are free from exile. Why do you sigh? This is your hour of success. Can't you see that this is good news?
The news is what it is.
Don't cry. The tide turns for you.
Yes, the tide turns and rolls out as the gods and I intended, yet makes me sick.
I understand why you're upset. Your boys will remain here while you'll be forced to leave. But comfort yourself. At least they will be safe.
You have given your news. Go back to the wedding. I'm sure Jason will need you soon. Thank you for seeing my boys safely back. Witnesses to what must come. Know that I am resolute. The time has come to act, to perform my final deed in Corinth and leave for Athens. I must take my children's life and not let someone else, someone crueler, be their butcher. I'm their mother! I brought them forth in pain and I must take them from the world in peace. They are clean, innocent. Steel yourself, my heart. Oh, and I still hesitate. Oh, you pathetic, weak-old woman! Dark and life stretches before me. I must embrace the emptiness. Now, Medea, without a thought who you are, who they are, throw off your sex. There is only this moment, this place, this time, now!
Oh, God of the sun, shine down upon this lost woman and intervene. Change her awful fate. See how she reached with murderous hands toward her own sons, bathing in their young blood. Stop her! Only once before have we heard of a mother destroying her babies.
Ino, mother of 2 sons, butchered by her hands. The gods made her mad, and she frothed and flamed around her boys. She killed herself, and cast herself over a cliff into the great black sea. What horrors can follow will follow here.
Oh God, stay her hand and destroy the demons that possess her soul and save their lives. Did she birth these babes? Tend them? Nurture them? Only to drag them their blood drips onto this ground will pollute the earth and infect the air. This will become a place of death. Oh God! Act now and spare us all!
Never before have human eyes borne witness to such atrocities. This Medea, who calls herself a woman, has a stone in place of her heart. Oh, my stomach wrenches. I'm sick. Look up. The gods bleed tonight. And the charred sky mirrors this stormy doom. Oh, Corinth. This very soil is cursed.
Women! Tell me, where is she? Is she still here, or has she fled? She'd better hide. Either throw herself back down into this earth, or soar above into the skies. If she wants to avoid justice, avoid vengeance. Did she think she could escape after destroying the royal family, the rulers of this city? My new wife, her father, the king! Did she think she could do this and escape? But I'm just not thinking clearly. But this doesn't matter now. Her punishment will come when it comes. I'm here to save them from her. Where are my boys?
Oh, Jason. You don't know how unhappy you are. You're too late.
Why? What could make this worse? Does she want to kill me, too?
Your sons are dead. She has killed them both!
What have you said? Pull those words back. Out of the air between us. They hang there. Pull them back! Oh, my heart. What have you said?
Be sure of this. They are gone.
How? Where did she do it?
There.
Medea! What have you done? What have you done? Look at you! Nothing I say even touches you now! Die, Medea. Go from here, wither and rot into the cursed ground that you came from! I'm choking. Trapped in this grief, I see my new bride soaked in blood.
To see you finally feel some sort of my pain. Oh, it soothes me.
Oh, my boys, what a mother I gave you!
No, my boys! That it was your father that slaughtered you today.
They know you. They know evil.
Jason, there is no good or evil. We are
wretched as each other. I will carry my boys to safety.
They are dead!
Subject to our own wills, our own desires, but to the fates and fortunes that the gods hand out to us. The future is changed before our eyes into wrenching heartache, into ashes, and to splinters. And from today I know that truly hope is dead. I ask you again, you who watch, how can there be any ending but this? First silence, then darkness.